I lost my vision at the age of 3 from cancer of the eye retina. Both of my eyes are artificial, so there's no sensations, there's no connection between my brain and my eyes. You know, people have said, so you see darkness. I said, well, no, because there's no stimulation, so there's nothing.
Everything is cloudy in front of me, and I just see things as I get close, but the only time I can really see something is as I'm walking toward it or get close up on it.
At 16 years of age, I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. By the time I was 21, I had stopped driving. At that time, it was sort of like looking through like a paper towel roll. It was pretty narrow. And then probably in my mid-30s, my eyesight got down to about the point where I was looking through a straw, and at the end of the straw was some film that you couldn't really see well through.
The only way I could describe of how I see my left eye is pretty much gone. I can see colors out of it. It more just looks like if someone just put a light colored curtain over and I could see colors and I can see shadows and things like that. On my right eye I can see a little bit more, and the only way I could describe that one is it's kind of like an autofocus camera. Like from a distance I can see forms, I can see colors. My depth perception is not that great, so I may not be able to tell if there's steps or like a hill or things like that, but I can still see some of the things.
I'm an excellent traveler with using a white cane, but I hate the thing.
I use smartphones to help with navigation. They're great tools for getting from point A to point B, but none of those things can make decisions whether or not it's safe to enter the street if there's a car coming that I don't hear. There's no technology yet that allows for that decision making.
I was getting caught out in the dark, and as I'm walking trying to get home, I have to walk real slow.
Because I've seen before, it's easier for me to deal with colors, still remember colors. My reason for getting a guide dog was that I needed to be independent. I'd never have liked depending on anybody, and I needed the ability to go when I needed to go and do what I needed to do.
It was a very difficult decision in the beginning when I really started to think about getting a dog, but then I realized, I am getting older. I'm tired of tripping over whatever might be in the road or running into a trash can that somebody left out or something along those lines. I don't worry about that stuff anymore. My dog takes me around anything and everything.
My brother also has retinitis pigmentosa, and he had his first guide dog with him, and we went to an amusement park, and he was just so independent and confident in walking around. And so after that vacation, I decided to look into guide dogs and found Guide Dogs of America. And in 2004, I received my first guide dog, Proxy. That really changed a lot for me and made me much more independent, confident, and opened a lot of doors that I don't think I would have gone through had I not had a guide dog.
Guide Dogs of America was founded in 1948 to provide independence and mobility to the visually impaired. So when someone contacts us, we know exactly what they need. At Guide Dogs of America, our mission is to empower the blind and visually impaired community by providing guide dog partners who spark the pursuit of each individual's boundless potential.
How I found out about them is Ken. He had a few guide dogs from Guide Dogs of America. They brought 3 dogs out to our home in San Gabriel. Kingston was the second choice. And when I picked up the harness, he just started walking. I told him forward and he took off. I stopped to take a break, and he put his head on my lap. And Patty said he's never done that.
Someone from the school comes out, interviews you, and gets to know you and what your lifestyle is so they can better match you with a dog.
They sent me paperwork to take to my eye doctor, and I came here, and the place, they opened their arms up to me and trained me.
Here at Guide Dogs of America, puppies are born and bred at the puppy nursery right on campus. At 8 weeks of age, puppies are paired up with puppy raisers. The puppy raiser's responsibility is to teach dogs socialization, house manners, and how to cope with different environments throughout the United States. At 18 months to 2 years of age, the dogs come back to Guide Dogs of America to begin their formal training. Once here, they are matched up with a dog according to size, temperament, and pace.
what has their life been like? Have they been blind their whole life? Do they have other problems? Or, you know, we really get to know who the person is, not just they're blind. And that helps us in long term to know what's the best dog to fit them with, what's the best class they're gonna fit with, what type of trainers are gonna work well with them. So I think it's really, we start right off the bat getting to know the person as a human before we get to know them as a blind person.
There is nothing like having a living being with you when you're traveling who is going to take you around objects as you're walking, who's going to stop you from running into people.
You know, there's something about getting lost with somebody else. It's not as scary as if you got lost by yourself.
By teaching the guide dogs intelligent disobedience, which means that if it's not safe to do something, they won't obey a command. I haven't found an app yet that'll do that.
She'll slow down, and then I can feel it in the harness. She'll slow down, and I use a foot gesture. I stick my foot out, and all of a sudden there's that little curve. And I praise her, and then I use a hand gesture and tell her to go forward.
I found that with Kari, the first day we went walking for training purposes, I stumbled over a little tiny root on the sidewalk. Probably 10 minutes later, there was another root coming up about 30, 40 feet ahead of us, and Kari saw it and was looking around to see how we could avoid it.
He doesn't know where we're going, he just knows how to get us there safely. I have to know where we're going, and so we work together as a great team to do that.
There's an emotional attachment, obviously. This dog loves to play. She loves to run around. She'll lick you. She'll just have a ball when she's out of harness. Once she's in a harness, it's a working relationship, and she ignores everybody around her. What a wonderful staff they have there. Tremendous dedication, unbelievable commitment to us as students.
It's a school that's very concerned about matching their students to the proper dog.
Before they even receive their dogs in class, the trainers have spent 3 days with them working with Juno, which is an imaginary dog, getting to know how fast they walk, how strong are their corrections, what type of personality is the human. And then from that pool of information, they look at the dogs they have available in their strength, and they're able to pick which dog is going to actually match better with this client to make them more successful.
It's a school that I can take Kingston to get a physical, and they don't charge me for it. They're very concerned about their dogs, and they're concerned about their graduates.
What I like most about Guide Dogs of America is that they want us as a guide dog team to succeed and be successful. Everyone seems to be aligned with that goal.
Incredible trainers, people that were so people-oriented in terms of working with us as students.
Guide Dogs of America really does seem focused on matching us with the right dogs. I've had 2 from them, and I couldn't think of any 2 better dogs to have partnered with.
Guide Dogs of America is a 501c3 charity founded by the International Association of Machinists in 1948. All the money at Guide Dogs is raised through charitable events or private donations. We do not accept money from local, state, or federal governments. It costs about $48,000 to fund each guide dog team. The $48,000 is used from the time the puppy is born until it graduates with the student. It takes about $6 million per year to run Guide Dogs of America, and we've been doing that successfully since 1948. We rely on donations from people like you in order to make this campus run.
The freedom that I have, I put the harness on my dog and I'm gone. I can go anywhere I want to go.